What's up, YouTube? It's your main man, I'm finna hit y'all with another one. This one gonna be, I got arrested a third time. Yeah, this is the third time. And this time I didn't go to jail, but I got arrested and detained. So, check this out. I woke up in the morning. I was like, I'm about to go ahead, get my day all together so I could go make this video. Because that was the ultimate goal, was to make the shooting video. But I was like, hey, if I can get more content at Palmetto State Armory in the process, I might as well go ahead and do it. So I was like, woke up, went to Palmetto, did the vlog, came back home with the stuff that I got and prepared I picked up some sodas. Came back home with the stuff that I got and went to go make the video. So I went back there, did the video, let off over 100 shots. And then I came out and looked to my right and there was 2 cops there. Immediately after seeing the cops, I took off running because one yelled. He said, "Hey, sir," and I was like, "Man, we back in the woods by the train tracks and stuff. Anything could happen." I just took off. Boom, hit the cut. Then I went up around, turned to my left, ran to the cell tower. I got to the cell tower, and the dirt road by the cell tower. I done showed it on video. I'm pretty sure I did, but I ran straight across the dirt road into the woods. Because I know down that dirt road somebody was coming, because they would have never came that far back into the woods where the train tracks and stuff at. They had to pass a layer of woods to even get back there to the train tracks, which is where they was at when they encountered me before I started running. And I know they was coming with some more cops down that dirt road for that reason. And then I ran straight across the dirt road into the woods. So I went and encountered that cop. Kept going till where the woods meet the church, which was the limit of where I can go before I'm fully open in a field. So before I went into that field, I took the chance to gather my breath. Then I felt like I was taking too long, so I got as much as I could together, and then I got to move on again. When I did that, I got surrounded. It was a cop that pulled up in an SUV on the other side of the church, opposite of where I was. He was riding down that road on the railroad on the tracks. When I went into that field, he saw me, so he turned the SUV into the churchyard, got out of it, and then he walked around the building. He was there. It was the cop going up the railroad. It was the cop that came down the dirt road, because I forgot. As soon as I hit the woods, to tell you, as soon as I got in the woods, a vehicle pulled behind me, confirming that I was correct in my judgment. He came straight, like, I saw him, but he didn't see me. He was in the black SUV. I told him what he was driving, but I guess I just kept moving. So it was him, and I guess the cops that was on the railroad. The cops that initially saw me on the railroad was heading up the railroad. That SUV cop, the cop that was in the other black SUV opposite side of me in the church, and then in the tree grove, I think I shot a few videos over there. Spiritual Awakening channel members thing. But it was cops on that road as well. So I was flanked on both sides of the church. I was flanked up the railroad and through the woods. It was surrounded. And there was a lot of them. They arrested me. And they got a search warrant for my bag. Somehow. And then pretty much, I guess the search warrant came because I ran, really. I think that got something to do with it. If I wouldn't have ran, I probably would have made off with no problem. But I was just not in a position to stick around. I felt like I wasn't in a position to stick around. But anyway, after they arrested me, they gave me some water on the spot. It was quick. I said I needed some water. They got the water. I was dehydrated because I just literally ran so fast. Like, one of the cops that was chasing me, that initially saw me, he fell on the railroad and broke his arm. That was crazy. I'm gonna show the story from this day at the beginning of this video. But that cop broke his arm, and they showed me a picture of him when I was at that, I guess it was a precinct, because I was detained, but I wasn't in jail. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but that is what it is. But yeah, they put me in this room. So I went in the room, I sat down in this chair. They took me and I was handcuffed. I was in the chair. I was like, man, I'm about to end up going to jail. That's all I was thinking. I'm about to go back to jail. I'm about to go back to jail. But here's what happened. A man came in. He said, "What's your age?" I was just quiet. I didn't say nothing because don't sign nothing, then don't say a thing. That's just, I should have really knew that from the start. It really should have been common sense to me. But I was thinking about the actual court session, instead of even preventing going to court. And not preventing going to court, but preventing going to jail and waiting until you go to court. Because remember, if you don't show up to court, default decision is taken against you. I just wanted to say that. He asked me my age. I was quiet. I ain't say a thing. I said, Every time he asked, he said, "Oh, you want to be like that?" And then I ain't say nothing. He said, "Come over here." And he took me to this room. It was a cube. It had a metal bench lining up the whole wall. That was it. That's all it had, was a bench and a camera. I think it was a fire alarm and maybe a vent. I'm just throwing that out there. I sat in the room. The man said I was in there for 2 hours. It only felt like 30 minutes. Seriously. Because I went to a whole nother place, really. I was thinking about some whole other job. Because I was like, man, I'm about to be in jail. Screw everything else. I'm about to really put it to the test, what I said. I'm about to really put what I said to the test. Hopefully it stand up, because I know within me, I know for a fact I'm right. So I'm going to stick to it because I know it to be right. But hey, every time you take a chance, I take chances every time. I was in the metal room. I sat in there for like 30 minutes. He came to the door and he issued me some papers and said something. And then he said, "Here's the warrant for your bag." He said, "Here's the warrant that we got to search your bag by the judge." He served me the copy. And then I got the copy. I looked at it. I said, what information did they use to get this warrant? He told me something, I don't know. I was like, all right, they done searched the bag, and I don't know whatever they had going on, whatever. Just long as I get the guns back. But he served me the warrant, and I said, "So what now? I go to jail?" He said, "No, we just gonna get you processed and then get you out of here." I said, "So I don't go to jail?" He said, "No, you don't go to jail." I said, "All right." I went out. I had no problem with nothing now. I said, before I signed everything, I said, "Do I go home today?" I read the paper. He said, "Yeah, this is for that. This is this. Just to make sure you show up to court." Because remember, if you don't show up to court, default decision is taken against you. They will take default decision against you if you don't show up to court. Contempt, then they going to take you to the jail. Now, if you book yourself in, it's up to you. This one cop, he was a little suspect. I ain't gonna hold it. He was a little suspect, man. He was a little suspect cop. And when I outran him, I had a book bag on that weighed at least 5 times what weight they had. Took off running with an ARP in my book bag, fully loaded. Basically a Glock 17-19 hybrid. It's a polymer 80 frame, the CL frame. And I still got away from all of them on that railroad. I disappeared like a magician. It was so fast. Anyway, I disappeared fast, for real. It's your main man, Maine. I ran from the cops on foot through the woods. That was a crazy experience, I ain't gonna lie to you. Take it easy.